Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. I am here to present my first capstone project, that is Codestorm Challenge. Here we are supposed to solve at least 30 questions from 50 some questions that have been provided in the first project. I have attempted to solve around 44 to 46 questions in my project submission. For the questions about explanation, the first question that I would like to explain in my video is yes, it's question number 16. A store sells different types of fruits in baskets. The store keeps track of availability of each type of fruit in separate sets. The storekeeper wants to know which fruits are available in both baskets, which fruits are unique to each other, and the total number of fruits available. So, step one to solve this problem would be to define two baskets with fruits in it. So I've defined two baskets. Basket one has apple, banana, grape, and orange. Basket two has banana, mango, pineapple, and orange. These two are sets. To find the total number of fruits in both the baskets, we define another variable called total fruits, which will add up the length of basket 1 and length of basket 2. And when we run this code, we get total 8 fruits. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To find the fruits available in both baskets. To find the fruit available in both baskets, we used the union method of set, which is uh, in which we will introduce another variable called both baskets, and we will you will unite these two baskets in this manner, in this syntax, that is basket 1 dot union basket 2, and then we'll print both baskets. The result will be mango, grape, orange, pineapple, banana, and apple. So this basket, the union basket, will print only the unique fruits and not the duplicate ones. So we can see here there are only six unique fruits, while there are total 8 fruits in both baskets. Another thing that is being asked in this question is to find common fruits in both baskets. To find common fruit in both baskets, we use the intersection method of sets. We introduce another variable called common fruits, and with this syntax, basket 1 dot intersection of basket 2 will print the common fruits. And there are two common fruits in both the basket, that is orange and banana, which we can see here, orange and banana. All the others are unique fruits that are there. uh, then we want to find fruits available only in basket 1, so not the one that are available in basket 2. So the unique fruits for basket 1 will be given by the difference method of your sets, which is unit basket 1 is equal to basket 1 dot difference of with basket 2. And when we print unit basket, we get grape and apple, which we can see here, grape and apple. These are the fruits available only in basket 1. Banana and orange are also available in basket 2, which is why they are not included in this list. The same is the method to find out unique fruits in basket 2, where we do the difference with reference to basket 2. And we see there are two fruits that are unique to basket 2, that is pineapple and mango, which is again evident here, pineapple and mango. So banana and orange are also available in basket 1, which is why we don't get which is why they are not included in this result. So this is how we solve question number 16. The second question that I would like to explain is question number 27. I'll read the question. Imagine you're organizing a chess tournament where each player has to play against every other player. To achieve this, you can use nested loops in Python. Nested loops are simply loops within loops that can come in handy when you need to perform tasks involving multiple levels of iteration. The step one to solve this question was to define a list of players with the names of players in it. So there are four players: Alice, Bob, Charlie, and Diana. Step two is the outer loop. The outer loop will pick the first player for the match. We use this loop for I in range length of players to go through the list by index, not just by names. This means that I will iterate and take place 0, 1, 2, and 3. The first loop will choose the first player. Step 3, I have defined another for loop inside a for loop. This is the nested for loop for j in range I plus 1 up to length of players. This loop will pick up the second player for the match. The reason to take the range I plus 1 up to length of players is first to avoid the matching of players with themselves. That is, we don't want a match named Alice versus Alice or Bob versus Bob. And another reason for this range is to avoid repetition of matches. So like when in the first iteration, I will iterate over Alice, Bob, Charlie, and Diana. And J will iterate over Bob, Charlie, and Diana. So we'll get first match, which will be Alice versus Bob. We don't want the repetition. We don't want the match to repeat. That is Bob versus Charlie, which is why we start from I plus 1. So in when J will iterate over I plus 1, it will always give unique pairs and not the repetition of pairs. Okay, and for the step 3, we'll print in for loop only. We are printing this formatted string, that is the player name player I, which is the player 1, which is determined by the first for loop, will play against player J, which is the nested for loop, and it's the second player which will be determined by the J. Okay, and the output of this code will be the player name Alice will play against Bob, the player name Alice will play against Charlie, the player Alice will play against Diana, then the player Bob will play against Charlie, then Bob will play against Diana, and Charlie will play against Diana. These are the unique pairs that will play against each other in this list of players, of chess players. Question that I would like to explain is building a guessing game. In this activity, you will build a simple guessing game using conditional looping in Python. The game will generate a random number between 1 and 100, and the user will have to guess the number within the certain number of tries. The program will provide hints to the user after each guess, telling them whether the guess is too high or too low. To solve this problem, I have imported a random module, import random, and I have defined a variable attempts equals to 5. This is the number of attempts the user. This is the maximum number of attempts the user gets to guess the correct number. After that, I have put a while loop, which says while true, and then I have generated a random number, which I have stored in the variable called number to be guessed. So number to be guessed equals to random.randint in the range 1 to 100. After that, I have initiated a for loop. The for loop will iterate over each attempt. The for loop is basically to keep the track of number of attempts the user is used to guess the number. Okay, so in that I have asked the user to guess the number, that is the integer input, and we are storing that input in the variable called guessed number. Okay, so if the guessed number is greater than the number to be guessed, we'll provide the hint to the user by printing too high. Similarly, if the guessed number is less than number to be guessed, we'll provide the user a hint by printing too low. In case if the guessed number is exactly the number to be guessed, we'll print congratulations, you guessed it right, and break the loop. And finally, we'll print what exactly the secret number was. After printing what secret number was, in while loop, we'll ask the user if they want to play the guessing game again, which will be the question want to continue, and we have stripped it into lower. If the answer is not equal to yes, if the uh, user says no, then we'll print goodbye. If the user says yes, then we'll again ask then we'll again ask the user for the guess. In such a way, we'll have a guessing game. So after running this, let's see how it works. Okay, so it's asking for the guess. I'll guess 34. So it has provided me with a hint which is too high, so I'll guess a little less. 23 is also too high. 17 is also too high. 10 is too low. And I have last guess, so I'll guess 13. 13 is too low. And so it was too low. The secret number was actually 50. Want to continue? If I say no, then the program says goodbye. The fourth question that I would like to explain is building a calculator using custom functions. In this activity, we'll create a custom function in Python to build a calculator that can perform basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. To do that, I have defined a function called calculator, which takes three inputs, that is num1, num2, and the operation. Inside the function, we have introduced four conditional statements which say if the operation equal to plus sign, that is addition, we'll have to return a formatted string called the addition of your numbers is num1 plus num2. Elif the operation is equal to minus, that is subtraction, we'll have to return a formatted string called the subtraction of your numbers is num1 minus num2. Elif the operation equal to star, which is the product, will return the formatted string. The multiplication of your numbers is num1 multiplied by num2. In case of division, we have operation called divide. In that, we have nested conditional statement which says if the num2 equal to 0, then we have to return the error which says cannot divide by 0. In case if num2 is not equal to 0, we'll return a formatted string which says the division of your number is equal to num1 divided by num2. In case if the input is not amongst any of these, will provide with the string called invalid operation. After defining the function, um, we'll introduce a while loop inside this, so that we can ask for the user inputs, and then we can ask for the user if they want to calculate another calculation as well. So inside while true, we'll ask for three inputs, that is for num1, num2, and the operation. We have taken it in float. Okay, so user input 1, user input 2, and operation, and then we are printing our performance. We are printing our program which says program which calls the function calculator and takes three inputs, user 1 and user 2 and operation. After completing that calculation, it will ask the user if they want to perform another calculation which is given in this input string. Do you want to perform another calculation? If that again is not equal to yes, we'll print goodbye. If that again is equal to yes, we'll again go to the while loop and ask for the user inputs. In such a way, we have built a calculator. So let's run this calculator and see how it works. Okay, it is asking for first input. I'll put 10, and for second I'll put 20, and operation I'm choosing is multiplication. So it has multiplied and answered me in a floating value. It is asking for another calculation. We'll check for division error. So I'll say yes. I want to perform another calculation. Then it is asking for another number, which I'll say 87. Okay, and second number will be 0, and we'll perform a division to check if it is providing the error or not. And then it says error cannot divide by 0. Okay, so yes, it is working. And do you want to perform another calculation? Now I'll say no, and we'll expect a goodbye. So yes, this is a calculator using custom functions. The fifth question I am explaining is on the sales data. The question says, suppose you work for a company that sells products in different countries. You have been given two lists, one containing the names of the countries where the country sells its products, and the other containing the sales of data for each country. Okay. Your task is to create a dictionary where the keys are the country names and the values are their corresponding sales data. However, the sales data includes values that are great. However, the sales data should include only the values that are greater than 1000. You are not allowed to use any loops and must use list comprehension to solve the problem. Okay. So for countries, we have defined a variable called countries, which have these countries: USA, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, UK, France, Germany, China, and India. Okay, so there are 9 countries, and then we have sales data for each country. So apparently for USA the sales is 2500, Canada it's 300, so on and so forth. For that, to actually combine these values based on their index, we use zip function, zip method. Okay, for country sales, I've defined a new variable called country sales, which will zip countries and sales based on their index positions, and we want that to be written in entire list. So this will return a list. Okay, so let's see how does it work. Okay, so it has provided a list which includes a tuple which have joint indices. Okay, so for US it's 2500, for Canada it's 300, for Mexico it's 1200, so on so forth. Okay, we don't need this. Then to convert this tuple into a dictionary or a key value pair, we use list comprehension. How? Country sales dictionary. For that we say country colon sale for country sale in country sales if sale is more than 1000. So in the list comprehension, we are actually iterating over the list called country sales and individual tuples. Okay, so and we want the data which is sales data which includes values only greater than 1000, which is why we have provided this condition, sales greater than 1000. And finally we print this dictionary, print country sales dictionary. After we run this code, we'll get the dictionary for the countries where the sales data is more than 1000. So there are 1 2 3 4 5 countries which have sales data more than 1000 rupees. So in such a way we have zipped these two lists together, and then using list comprehension we have created a dictionary out of them.